I want to know if this thing truly there inside una Quran. Because if this thing there inside una Quran, I be say, as I want join Islam now, I not go feel join Islam again. No. With this thing what I see, I not go feel join Islam again. So please tell me in the comment section if this thing what I see there for that una Quran or not.
Yeah, A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahim. Now, as usual, I think we've all heard what the woman said, and she was referring to Quran chapter 5, Surah Al-Ma'idah, verse 33. The Quran says that verse 33 rightly say, come in. Am I still online? Okay, that's good. Now, Allah said in the Quran chapter 5 verse 33, Surah Al-Ma'idah, that indeed the penalty for those who wage war against Allah and His Messenger and strive. I've told you times is that number of this program that whenever you find the Quran war killing, it's war. It's between the Muslim and the Kafir and the pagan. Now, waging war against Allah is to condemn what Allah has commanded. That's to wage war against. For example, Allah condemned prostitution. For example, if anybody legalizes prostitution, you are waging war against Allah. It's as if you can wage war against a country by violating their law. If you violate the law of the land, you wage a war against that country. For example, now, taking one way is a sin. If you took one way, you wage war against the states. So the same thing applies to this very verse of the Quran. Allah said, indeed, the penalty, which means the punishment of those who wage war against Allah and His Messenger and strive, look at that statement again, and strive, making effort upon the earth, corruption, to cause corruption, to defy the land. And look at what's going on now. Look at what's going on in Nigeria. Allah said, it's none but they should be killed or crucified for what their hands and feet be cut off. Cut them here, cut their feet. Either of the two. Either to be killed or to cut off their hands, left and right. Allah said, opposite side, or that they should be exiled. They should be sent away from the land. So we have three punishments. Either to be killed or to amputate one hand and one leg, right hand and left leg, or to expel them from the land. Either of the three. That's a punishment. That's what Quran says. Okay, look at corruption in Nigeria. What killed the country? Corruption. The corruptors has waged war against the states. I didn't think we have the kind of law in Nigeria. Don't they think we have a better country to live? The European states, the Westerners, they don't believe in God. They don't even know who God is. But they fear the law of the land. They don't want to wage war against the states. That's why they maintain their lane. That's why they maintain the laws. Not that they are better than us, but there is law that guides everybody. But in Africa, we are lawless. Most African countries are lawless, particularly. Now, that's the interpretation of that verse. Now, let me now correlate this with what the Bible said. And that woman is a Christian. Okay, let's compare which one is better out of the two. Now, according to the book of the Bible, the book of Leviticus, chapter 24, from verse 15 to 17. The book of Leviticus, chapter what? Chapter 24. Let me bold it in little. No. Let's see what the Bible said. Let's read together. God says, God was commanding Moses now. Say to the Israelites, say to them, if anyone causes God is God. If anyone wage war, okay, how do you cause? If you cause your God, what do you mean? You wage war against him. He will be irresponsible. Whoever that causes God will be held responsible. Verse 16 now says, anyone who blasphemes the name of the Lord shall be put to death. In Quran, we have option. There are optionals. Send them away, amputate one leg, one hand, or they should be killed. Now, the Bible now said, anyone who blasphemes the name of the Lord must be put to death. The entire assembly must stone him, whether an alien or native born. When he blasphemes the name of the Lord, he must be put to death. Now look at another law in 17. Anyone who takes life should be put to death. But if anybody wage war against God, no option in the Bible. We have three options in the Quran. Either to be put to death, or to amputate one hand and one leg, or to be exiled, to sent out of the land for what he has committed. But Bible, there's no option. He's to be put to death. So Islam means peace. Assalamu alaikum.